We will make this video quick to slice up and destroy his arguments. But first, we want to point out his slave mentality. Look at this mushrik show a video of a pale Arab and indicate that they are the true or real Muslims.
Let me play this clip of an actual Muslim admitting to pedophilia. Okay? Let me play this clip. We're going to watch this a little bit. Let me run this back. Here we go. This from 2008. So I don't want nobody talking about I don't want nobody talking about no motherfucking, oh, they don't believe like that no more. Or they don't teach that, da-da-da-da-da. Yes, the fuck they do. This is from 2008. Okay? Now let's go.
الزواج قسمان. القسم الأولاني.
I'm do the goddamn translation my damn self. Let's go. He said, first we are talking about the marriage contract itself. And we're going to be going into the book in regards to certain chapters in the Quran and in Islam, which deals with marriage contracts, where I'm going to be showing you where they are okaying pedophilia and child and intercourse between a grown man and a little boy. But right now, we're going to let this nigga confirm out of his mouth that they practice pedophilia. So now when I get to going in on this shit, can't nobody say or act like this is not confirmed by Islamic members its own self. Now let's go.
عقد قران إجراء عقد القران هذا شيء والبناء.
He said while consummating the marriage, having sex with the wife for the first time is another thing. Let's skip. There is no minimal age for entering marriage.
ليس له سن معينة في إجراء العقد.
You heard the nigga, even though he's speaking Arabic. He said there is no minimal age for marriage. Okay, so that's them telling you right now that they coming for you, whether you 80, 28, 18, or 8. Now let's keep it moving. You can have a marriage contract even with a 1-year-old girl. Now let me bring the screen back to me real quick, because I got something I want to say here. Let me bring the screen back to me real quick. Okay. It's gonna be a real hot night. Let's go.
حتى يمكن أن يعقد على فتاة عمرها سنة زمان مش 9 سنين.
Not to mention a girl of 9, 7, or 8. Huh? This nigga ain't even go up. He going down. That just tell you where his psychological state. He ain't even be like, well, she could be like 10, 15, or 17. This nigga went down. This nigga said 9, 7, or 8. That nigga went lower. He ain't even go higher. Let's keep it moving. This is merely a contract indicating consent. How you gonna get consent from a 1-year-old? Please explain that to me. The guardian in such a case must be the father. Okay. Because the father's opinion is obligatory. Thus, the girl becomes a wife. So you marrying motherfuckers at 1 year old. Okay, let's keep it moving. But is the girl ready for sex yet or not? Let's see him answer the question.
هل الفتاة أو البنت محل للدخول أم لا؟ طبعا وكم.
What is the appropriate age for having sex for the first time? Let's see what Muslims in Islam have to say about this. Okay.
سن الدخول المناسب هذا يختلف.
This varies according to environment and traditions. Let's go.
باختلاف البيئات وباختلاف الأعراف عند الناس. ممكن في اليمن.
In Yemen, girls are married off at 9, 10, 11, 8, or 13. Pedophilia.
كانوا يزوجوا من 9 و10 و11 و8 و13. في بعض الدول تزوج من 16.
While in other countries they are married off at 16. Let's keep it moving.
في بعض الدول أصدرت قوانين ألا يتم الدخول.
In some countries they have legislated laws forbidding having sex before the girl is 18.
إلا بعد 18 عام. ولنا في رسول الله صلى.
The Prophet Muhammad is the model we follow. Here we go. Now it's getting hot. Because if you a follower of Muhammad, nigga, this is the model you follow. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It ain't no I follow Muhammad, but no, nigga. This is your blueprint. Period. You don't get to switch up the Quran because it got some shit in there that's exposing that you a weirdo. Either get off the doctrine or get with it. Let's keep it moving. He took Aisha to be his wife when she was 6. I'm not even playing no more of this nigga. He just said all I needed him to say. So you just heard this man say, the Prophet Muhammad, excuse me, is the model he followed. And he took Aisha to be his wife at 6 years old. Okay? I just had a real Muslim, okay, admit out of his mouth the ages in which they like to wife up women. So this is not, I just had a real Muslim, okay, admit out of his, I just had a real Muslim, okay, admit out of his, I just had a real Muslim, okay, admit out of his, I just had a real Muslim, okay, admit out of his.
We already know his intention is not to teach the truth to our people. That pale Arab that Pharaoh worships is not the original Arab, and they are not the measuring rod of what is considered true Islam. As a matter of fact, based on the Holy Qur'an that was revealed by Allah, they are the most severe concealers of the truth and the biggest hypocrites, and they lack knowledge of the limits or what Allah has revealed to Prophet Muhammad.
Quran, chapter 9, verse 97. The desert Arabs are the most severe concealers of the truth and the biggest hypocrites, and more without knowledge of the limits of what Allah sent down on his messenger. And Allah is the omniscient, the most wise.
This book that you are looking at is a powerful book that totally destroys the argument and blasphemous thought of Prophet Muhammad marrying and having sex with a little baby girl. This book will be published sometime in the future, so keep your eyes out for it.
we know, based on the authority of the Holy Qur'an, that Prophet Muhammad would have never indulged himself in such a filthy, perverted, pedophile sexual act of marrying a 6-year-old girl and having sex with her to consummate the marriage when she is 9 years old, according to the fake Sunni Hadith. In Quran chapter 68 verse 4, Allah tells us this about the character of Prophet Muhammad. Wa innaka la khuluqun azim, and you possess outstanding high standard of moral excellence. Again, and you possess outstanding high standard of moral excellence. This is what Allah Ta'ala has said about the nature of Prophet Muhammad. And this is why we know that your hadith is fake. It has been fabricated, as we say in Arabic, bid'ah, which is man-made innovation. There is no way on earth, based on the authority of the Holy Qur'an, that Prophet Muhammad would have indulged himself in a pedophile, perverted sexual manner or act of marrying a 6-year-old little baby girl, and then when she turns 9 years old, consummate the marriage, which means to have sex with her. See, we got you, so-called Sunnis. Your hadith does not make logical sense. It does not have any validation or support in Al-Qur'an. You are making a mockery of Rasulullah or Prophet Muhammad with your tale and your myth that you can't even back up in the Holy Qur'an. The verse that I'm about to present will serve as a death blow to that hadith that Bukhari has fabricated about Prophet Muhammad. What these so-called pale Arabs, their Sunni scholars, their mullah, imams, what they are concealing from their followers is that in the Holy Quran, Allah has laid down a criteria or a standard for marriage based on the Holy Quran. A woman has to be mature, psychologically, intellectually, and physically mature for marriage. And no 6-year-old girl or a 9-year-old girl measure up to this criteria for marriage. So we know that based on this evidence in the Holy Quran, that Prophet Muhammad did not marry a 6-year-old girl and have sex with her at the age of 9, because Prophet Muhammad followed the Holy Quran. He followed the Holy Quran all the way down to the letter, and he would not contradict, nor violate, nor add, nor take away from the revelation of the Holy Quran.
ولا تؤتوا السفهاء أموالكم التي جعل الله لكم قياما وارزقوهم فيها واكسوهم وقولوا لهم قولا معروفا وابتلوا اليتامى حتى إذا بلغوا النكاح فإن آنستم منهم رشدا فدفعوا إليهم أموالهم.
You are looking at key Arabic words in this verse. The verse guides Muslims in their duty to raise an orphan child. The Quran's guidance on the topic of raising orphans is also valid in the case of our own children. In the matter of children who have lost a parent, a Muslim is ordered to feed them, clothe them, educate them, and test them for maturity until the age of marriage before entrusting them with management of finances. Here, the Quranic verse demands meticulous proof of their intellectual and physical maturity by objective test results before the age of marriage in order to entrust their property to them. In the light of this verse, no responsible Muslim would hand over financial management to a 6 or a 9-year-old immature girl. If we cannot trust a 9-year-old to manage financial matters, she cannot be intellectually or physically fit for marriage. Let me repeat. If we cannot trust a 9-year-old to manage financial matters, she cannot be intellectually or physically fit for marriage. Rashadan or Rashd in this verse means maturity of the mind, good sense, sound judgment, right and proper conduct. No 6 or 9-year-old little baby girl can measure or qualify for this Quranic criteria that Allah has revealed in the Holy Qur'an. Be careful with these Sunni Muslims, because they would try to shuffle and try to say, well, it's part of the culture. No, it was not part of the culture to marry, not the original Nubian black Arab. It was never part of their culture to marry and have sex with 6 and 9-year-old girls. You will probably find this perverted act in Europe, but back home in ancient Nubia, Kemet, the original Arab, did not practice such filth and perversion. Prophet Muhammad was a black Arab. He was the original Arab. He has a direct descendancy that goes back to ancient Nubia. Prophet Muhammad followed Deen of Allah, Allah's prescribed way of life. And as such, that means he would not violate no commandments nor law that is revealed in the Holy Qur'an. For those who are in doubt, I will show you a verse where Prophet Muhammad's quotes are captured right in the verse, where he is telling you that he only follows what is revealed to him, which is the revelation of the Qur'an, and that he would not alter nor change that. And as such, again, if this is true, and it is true, that means that he would not have married a 6-year-old girl, nor have sex with her at the age of 9, because that is a violation of the Quranic criteria that Allah has revealed in the Holy Qur'an.
أشهد أن لا
Qur'an, chapter 9, verse 97. The desert Arabs are the most severe concealers of the truth and the biggest hypocrites, and more without knowledge of the limits of what Allah sent down on His messenger. And Allah is the Omniscient, the Most Wise.
This mentally dead Negro said out of his mouth that Prophet Muhammad married and had sex with a little girl and that pedophilia exists in the Quran, yet he made an hour-long video and never produced not one single verse in the Quran to prove his claims. Let me repeat. In his video, he never ever produced one single verse in the Quran to prove what he is saying, and that is because it does not exist nowhere in the Quran. By default, he has failed to prove his premise on that accord alone. The only thing this pagan idol worshiper can do is just fabricate lies because he is fully aware that his cult following are stupid and don't think for themselves, and they definitely don't do any research to validate his pseudo claims and his weird beliefs of his man-made religion. Pharaoh, we all know you are homosexual. Look how switchy he moves. Doesn't he look sweet by the way he dances?
They auction off for sex because they can't have sex with the women until they marry. And so what they do is they have sex with the little boys until they marry a girl. Now watch this. Look at him teaching this boy how to be a homosexual. Watch this shit. Look at this shit.
A dance lesson for a mature boy.
Look at this shit. This is not a girl. These are all boys in here. Look at. Look at this shit. That's a whole nigga. I can't watch no more of this shit. I can't watch no more.
Pharaoh, this Uncle Tom, lied by saying the Quran teaches that you can have sex with young boys. He is quoting a website by this blue-eyed devil, Mark Brustman, who distorts the scriptures and is pushing the LGBT homosexual agenda. Let's take a look at Mark Brustman's distorted translation that Pharaoh is quoting, because even in his distorted translation, you can clearly see that there is no sexual connotation in any form with a man and a young boy.
Verse 19, still in the book of marriage. And boys never altering in age will circulate among them. When they see them, you will count them as scattered pearls. Okay? Now let's go.
And boys, never altering in age, will circulate among them. When you see them, you will count them as scattered pearls. As you can see, there is nothing sexual that is going on in these verses. These verses say nothing about a man having sex with a young boy. What Pharaoh is doing is using a deceptive technique of trying to place psychological pseudo-inferences on the minds of his debased cult followers who do not think for themselves to leave the mental impression that these verses are saying something about a man having some sexual relationship or fantasy with young boys. These verses are allegorical verses, and as everybody can see, there is no sexual connotation in any form in these verses. What you are looking at now is a correct translation of these verses that are talking about immortal youths who will look like scattered pearls. It says, "They shall be attended by immortal youths. When you see them, they will look like scattered pearls."
So they said, what is the position of Islam on homosexuality? They asked me this. It's a newspaper, right? So I said, put my name in the paper. The position is death.
This Illuminati
tonight to say, and I will prove to you that the black man and the black woman is the original man and the original woman. I am here tonight to prove to you that the original Chinese is a black man and woman. The original Japanese is a black man and woman. That the original North American, South American, Central American, a black man and woman. I'm here tonight to prove to you that the original Hebrew is a black man and woman. And I'm here tonight to prove to you that the original Arab is a black man and woman.
Let us start the whole thing now and look at the Arabs. Let's tell a story. The portrayal of the Arabs, the early Arabs. This is Horace Vernet, 1789 to 1863. This is the portrait of an Arab. These are the portrayals of the early Arabs. Why will European painters paint the Arabs as people of African descent? Today, the word Arab will have very different connotations attached. So how did this change? We look at a Mameluke tag out of Square, another portrayal of an Arab, this time a Mameluke tag. Today, the Arabic language, like Islam, is attributed to the white Arabs, who are now the majority speakers of the language, but the original Arabs and the originators of the language and the religion are people depicted in these paintings. Look at this painting. Why and how is the Arabic, like Islam, being attributed to the white Arabs instead of the true originators? You can see he is a Mameluke. Lemkote, Dunoy, gates of the harem. Look at this. These are Arabs. These are black people. Asian black people, modern black people in the Middle Ages.
From a book called the Bukhari, spelled Bukhari. Now I pulled up the analogy from a book called the Bukhari, spelled Bukhari. Now I pulled up the analogy from a book called the Bukhari, spelled Bukhari. Now I pulled up the from a book called the Bukhari, spelled Bukhari. Now I pulled up the analogy from a book called the Bukhari, spelled Bukhari. Now I pulled up the
what you are saying, I can back up everything I say from hadith, from Sahih al-Bukhari, from Sahih
But
Muslim.
the
Actually,
hadith is not an objectively verifiable text. As you know, the hadith of Islam, just like the Gospels of Christianity, were handed down by word of mouth for approximately 200 years before they were committed to writing. So you cannot use the hadith to support your argument because hadith is hearsay itself.
Qur'an chapter 6 verse 159. As for those who divide their religion and break up into sects, you have nothing to do with them. Their case rests with Allah. Then He will inform them of everything they had done.
Look at this verse carefully so you can clearly see that Prophet Muhammad only received the Qur'an and not Hadith. Notice this verse says, "This Qur'an has been inspired or revealed to me." It does not say Hadith, or Qur'an and Hadith was inspired or revealed to me. Prophet Muhammad only received one book, which is the Qur'an, as evidence in this verse that you are looking at, and not those fabricated hadith books that were written around 250 years after the death of Prophet Muhammad. This is another verse that proves Prophet Muhammad followed Qur'an alone when he says, "I only follow what is revealed to me," which is the Holy Qur'an, and not hadith. Now look at these verses that I'm about to show you. Allah, who is the creator of all that exists, has condemned hadith books which came after the revelation of the Qur'an, because Allah, who is the all-knower, knew the enemies of truth will invent, fabricate sayings or words of men, and falsely associate them to his prophets.
Qur'an, chapter 53, verses 2 through 10. Your companion has not strayed, nor has he erred. He does not speak out of his own personal desire. It is not but a revelation revealed. He is being taught this Qur'an by one who is mighty in power, one of soundness, wisdom, and capacities of action, and in a majestic, imposingly dignified appearance did he come forth into view, while he was at the highest horizon. Then he drew near to him and descended, and was at a distance of 2 bow lengths, or nearer. He then revealed to his servant what was to be revealed.
Aisha hadn't reached puberty when Muhammad began to have sex with her, and so if you're saying...
Here I would like to share some facts on the way Muhammad treated and thought of women. As a married man, Muhammad raped Aisha when she was 9, he was 54. As a married man.
Occupatevi che Maometto era pedofilo, aveva una moglie di 9 anni.
Uno dei 5
era per la nostra cultura un pedofilo. Maometto per noi era un pedofilo. Basta. Quindi era pedofilo. Basta. Argomenti storici di vissuto di Maometto. Maometto era pedofilo.
حيث عقد على زوجته عائشة وكان سنها 6 سنوات وبنى عليها يعني دخل عليها صلى الله عليه وسلم 9 سنوات.
Sahih Muslim number 3311. Pay attention here that when Muhammad married Aisha and consummated through sexual intercourse, Aisha had her dolls with her. Sahih Muslim number 3311. Aisha reported that Allah's apostle married her when she was 7 years old, and she was taken to his house as a bride when she was 9. Her dolls were with her, so she took her dolls with Muhammad to his house when she was 9, and the Prophet died when she was 18 years old. So he consummated the marriage, and she was still playing with dolls. Now, Sahih Bukhari, volume 8, number 151. Sahih Bukhari, volume 8, number 151.
منقسمون تجاه هذه المرأة، لا الجميع يقدسونها، لأنه الغربيين كثير منهم يشنعون على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله من نافذة عائشة، يعني من نافذة أحاديثها المختلقة المكذوب. واحدة من تلك التشنيعات مثلا التي نحن نعاني منها إلى الآن، أحسنتم، أنها تدعي حسب أحاديثها هي: تزوجني رسول الله وأنا بنت 7 ودخل بي وأنا بنت 9، ورسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله كان آنذاك عمره يربو على 50 عاما. فيقولون: كيف لرجل يتجاوز عمره 50 عاما، شيخا كبيرا في السن، يتزوج طفلة عمرها 7 سنوات ويدخل بها وعمرها 9 سنوات. تعلمون هذا الأمر خصوصا في العقلية الغربية ماذا يعني؟ يعني أن هذا، والعياذ بالله، أن هذا الرجل كان يمارس جنس الأطفال، يغتصب الطفلة. والمصيبة أن عائشة بالفعل تصور الأمر بطريقة مرعبة وفظيعة في أحاديثها. يعني مثلا تقول أن أمي انتزعتني من أرجوحتي. كان أكو مراجيح كأنه في ذاك الزمان، كان أكو مراجيح زين، وانتزعتني من أرجوحتي وجاءت بي إلى هذا الشيخ الكبير وأنا لا أعرف ما القضية، وكنت يعني أخاف وكنت كذا. وثم كان هذا النبي كذا، وأنا كنت إلى الآن معي بنات يعني ألعاب صغار ألعب بالدمى وما أشبه كذا. يعني بهالطريقة الدرامية تصور الأمر أنني طفلة بريئة اختطفت من براءة الطفولة، نكحت رغما عن أنفي بهذا الأسلوب. نعم في البخاري موجودة الأرجوحة، وأخذتني من أرجوحتي وجاءت بنساء يمشطنني وبعدين دفعتني إلى رسول الله، أنا كنت خائفة ومرعوبة وما أدري شنو الموضوع وإلى آخره. وإذا طلع أهلي مسلميني لهذا الشيخ الكبير. أكاذيب. عائشة على أقل تقدير لما تزوجها النبي صلى الله عليه وآله كانت في حدود 20 عاما، كانت شابة كبيرة، لم يكن عمرها 7 سنوات كما تدعي. وكانت من قبل ذلك أيضا متزوجة من رجل، وهذه معلومة على الأسف كثيرين لا يعرفونها حتى من المخالفين، يتصورون أنه شنو رسول الله أخذها بكرا، يعني أقصد أخذها كأول، يعني أول ما تزوجت رسول الله، لم تعرف رجلا قبله. لا، كانت زوجة قبل رسول الله لرجل يقال له جبير بن مطعم. وأبو بكر هو بتصريحه يقول أو الرواية عن أبي بكر تقول أنه فاستسلها منه فطلقها، يعني طلقها من جبير بن مطعم ثم زوجها رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. فلم تكن إذن أول من عرفت من الرجال هو رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم، وإنما كان لها زوج سابق. ثم على أي أساس نحن نصدق عائشة أصلا؟ هل عائشة موثوقة؟ عائشة هل يمكن الوثوق بأحاديثها أصلا؟ كيف يمكن أن نثق بحديث امرأة هي تصرح والمخالفون ينقلون بأنها تكذب، ومو تكذب على إنسان عادي، تكذب على رسول الله سيد الأولين والآخرين ولا تخاف العقاب؟ فإذا كانت هنالك امرأة مستعدة لأن تكذب حتى على رسول الله، فكيف نحن نصدقها أو نتصور أنها لا يمكن أن تكذب علينا؟ نحن من حتى لا تكذب علينا عائشة؟ كيف نثق بحديث عائشة والمخالفون بأنفسهم يرون أن رسول الله وصفها بأنها رأس الكفر، مو كفر فقط، رأس الكفر، زعيمة الكفر، ووصفها بأنها قرن الشيطان؟ لاحظوا الرواية وبالمصدر بالجزء بالصفحة كعادتنا، حتى واحد مخالف بعد لا يأتي ويقول أنتم تكذبون. روى أحمد في مسنده، إمام الحنابلة المذهب الحنبلي هذا المعروف، مذهب الوهابية هذا إمامكم، شوفوا شنو يروي عن عائشة حتى تكفرون بإمامكم يمكن يوم من الأيام. روى أحمد في مسنده الجزء الثاني الصفحة 23 عن ابن عمر، الرواية هم عن واحد من أحبائكم، مو عن الحسن والحسين، مو عن سلمان، مو عن المقداد، لا عن ابن عمر ابن الخطاب عبد الله بن عمر. شوفوا شو يقول ابن عمر، قال: خرج رسول الله من بيت عائشة فقال: رأس الكفر منها هنا من حيث يطلع قرن الشيطان. فإذا كانت عائشة بوصف رسول الله وبإقراركم رأس الكفر وقرن الشيطان، على أي أساس نحن تطالبوننا بأن نصدقها أو نثق برواياتها وأحاديثها؟ على أي أساس؟ بل أكثر من هذا، نحن كيف نصدق امرأة نزل القرآن في ذمها وتقريعها وإثبات أنها هي وصاحبتها حفصة مذنبتان خاطئتان كافرتان منافقتان؟ كل هذا ثابت في القرآن الحكيم في سورة التحريم. روحوا اقرأوا سورة التحريم التي أجمعت الأمة الإسلامية بمختلف طوائفها بمختلف مذاهبها على أنها نزلت في عائشة وحفصة ذما لهما. ماذا يقول الله تبارك وتعالى لهما؟ إن تتوبا إلى الله. يطالب عائشة وحفصة بالتوبة. من الذي يطالب بالتوبة؟ من هو؟ ذلك المذنب، ذلك العاصي، ذلك الفاجر، ذلك المنافق. شوفوا الجريمة اللي مسويتها عائشة وحفصة، اللي الله عز وجل ينزل قرآنا ويطالبهما بالتوبة. إن تتوبا إلى الله فقد صغت قلوبكما. صغت قلوبكما يعني شنو؟ يعني زاغت قلوبكما، زاغت عن الحق، انتم رحتوا إلى الباطل. دقق في الآيات، دقق في الآيات وحاول أن تفهمها وتفسرها جيدا. إن تتوبا إلى الله فقد صغت قلوبكما، مالت إلى الباطل. وإن تظاهرا عليه، يعني تظاهرت عائشة وحفصة على رسول الله. تظاهر يعني شنو؟ يعني التآمر. يعني وإن تآمرا عليه على رسول الله فإن الله هو مولاه وجبريل وصالح المؤمنين والملائكة بعد ذلك ظهير. يعني الله يقول في هذه الآية: أنا حرب لكما يا عائشة وحفصة، أنا وجبريل وصالح المؤمنين والملائكة. لماذا؟ لأنكما تظاهرتما على رسول الله، تآمرتما على رسول الله. صالح المؤمنين هنا من؟ كما في التفاسير عن أهل البيت صلوات الله عليهم، الإمام علي بن أبي طالب صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. طيب كمل الآيات. عسى ربه إن طلقكن، يهددهم. عسى ربه إن طلقكن أن يبدله أزواجا خيرا منكن. حتى لا يجي واحد وهابي زعطوط ويقول أنه عائشة خير البشر، ما أدري خير النساء، أفضل النساء، حبيبة رسول الله، ما أكو أحسن منها، نزل القرآن من فوق 7 سماوات في تبرئتها في قصة الإفك. والله كله كذب. نزل القرآن في ذمها في تقريعها، مو نزل القرآن في تبرئتها. القضية معكوسة. أما المشكلة أنه على قلوب أقفالها. وإلا إذا شوي يتدبر في سورة التحريم، مفروض أي إنسان منصف عاقل مسلم يتدبر في سورة التحريم يسقط عائشة وحفصة من الاعتبار خلاص. عسى ربه إن طلقكن أن يبدله أزواجا خيرا منكن. يعني إذن الله يثبت أن هنالك نساء أخريات خيرا من عائشة وحفصة. خب شنو مواصفات تلك النساء؟ مسلمات. إذن العكس شنو بالنسبة إلى عائشة وحفصة؟ كافرات. مؤمنات، يعني عائشة وحفصة منافقتين. قانتات، يعني مطيعات لله، مطيعات لرسوله، انتو لا. تائبات، انتو ما تتوبون، ان تتوبا الى الله هذول ما تابوا، لانه ما نزلت آية قرآنية اخرى تثبت توبة عائشة وحفصة. اكو آية واحدة فقط تقول تطالبهما بالتوبة. آية اخرى ما نزلت في ان تثبت ان عائشة وحفصة تابتا حقا وفعلا. تائبات، عابدات، سائحات يعني إما صائمات أو مهاجرات في سبيل الله أو عاملات في سبيل الله، ثيبات وأبكارا. إذن كل هذه المواصفات ما كانت تنطبق على عائشة وحفصة. إذا القرآن نزل في عائشة هكذا، الله تبارك وتعالى هكذا يصفهما عائشة وحفصة بأنهما مخطئتان مذنبتان عاصيتان، ويهددهما ويجعلهما حربا لرسول الله وله لله تبارك وتعالى. وكم من الآيات وشوف ضرب الله مثلا للذين كفروا امرأة نوح وامرأة لوط. الله يضرب مثل لمن؟ للذين كفروا. إذن يثبت كفر عائشة وحفصة حيث يضرب لهما مثلا بزوجتي نبيين من أعاظم الأنبياء صلوات الله عليهم، نوح ولوط عليهما السلام، ويبين لهما أنه مو مجرد كونكما زوجتي لنبي هذا يغني عنكم العذاب، يصرف عنكم العذاب، لا أبدا أبدا. رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله بيّن أن عائشة عدوة له ولأهل بيته. ارجعوا إلى كتاب الصراط المستقيم للنباط العاملي، هناك تجدون في الجزء الثالث الصفحة 167 عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم قال: ما تدع عائشة عداوتنا أهل البيت. ما تدع عائشة عداوتنا أهل البيت. احفظوا هذا الحديث حتى تعرفون هاي المرأة الملعونة ما الذي سببته من آلام لرسول الله وأهل بيته عليهم الصلاة والسلام. هذه المرأة طعنت في النبوة في نبي الله صلى الله عليه وآله. لا يمكن لي أن أسكت. المرأة التي طعنت وشوهت سيرة رسول الله بكثير من الافتراءات والأباطيل، هذه المرأة لا يمكن لي أن أحترمها. كيف إذا ثبت لدي أن هذه المرأة قتلت رسول الله؟ يا عالم، أي منطق هذا؟ وأن عائشة تقصدت إهانة رسول الله، وأن عائشة طعنت في رسول الله. وفتحت باب الشك والارتداد والطعن في نبوة النبي الخاتم صلى الله عليه وسلم. نريد أن ننزه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله عن تلك الأباطيل، عن تلك الأكاذيب.
Qur'an, chapter 56, verses 77 through 80. Verse 77. This is an honorable Qur'an. Verse 78. Inscribed in a well-guarded book. Verse 79. No one can achieve true insight into it except those who are purified. Verse 80. A revelation from the sustainer of all the boundless universes.